Hi, and welcome to the Final Wake Up. I'm your host, Madison Palika, holistic health coach, certified heart math mentor, published author of a #1 Amazon new release, and creator of ebooks and courses that help you become the best you possible. I am passionate about bringing light to a world full of darkness and confusion. After becoming deathly ill, as well as severely anxious, and having doctors give me no solutions, I had to find my own way to health. I was mind blown by the things that I was finding, and I became obsessed with helping other people find health and happiness outside of the system too. I'm here to help you become happy and empowered so that you can also live a life full of meaning. You will love the Final Wake Up if you're ready to dodge the traps that this world has set for you. If you want more, you can head to my Instagram page at madison.palika. Join my club at the link in my bio to be the first one to know about sales, product launches, life updates, and to get early access and discounts. And now, on to today's episode. Hello and welcome to episode 46 of The Final Wake Up. Today we're talking about how to feel your way to health. So we're going to learn more about the way that your emotions affect your physiology. So I want you to think of yourself as a cup of water. You're filled up with water, and this water can represent your energy or your life force. I want you to kind of just reflect on how you're feeling. If you were a cup right now, would you be empty? Or would you be so filled up that you're overflowing? A lot of us tend to feel more like we're on the empty side, like we're feeling drained or overwhelmed or burnt out. So with this cup of water, every time you go throughout your day and you experience a stressful event or an emotional reaction or you get triggered, think of these little events like getting poked in your cup. So you have all these little holes. And maybe you totally overlook it, but you're leaking. You're leaking water out of these holes. Now, if it was one hole, it probably wouldn't really matter that much. But these consistent events of stress or negative emotions tend to add up and they accumulate a lot. So you might wonder, why am I feeling totally empty and drained right now? It's probably because these small little events have accumulated and built up. So the reason that these start to drain your energy is that these emotions linger. And the hormones and the chemicals that they create stay in your body for hours at a time. So what I want to talk about is how your emotions change your physiology. When you feel an emotion, first, you feel an emotion. Second, that emotion creates corresponding hormones and chemicals in your body. And then third, these chemicals and hormones affect your brain and your body. Some hormones and chemicals are harmful and some are good for you. So the negative emotions you feel produce these harmful hormones, whereas good emotions produce great hormones. So what I want you to do in these situations is to notice that you're triggered or that you're stressed or that you're emotional and consciously hit refresh, because this will combat those harmful hormones. And yes, you can consciously and on demand create an optimal state of well-being. And I mean physical, emotional, spiritual, and mental. Most people tend to get drained from the emotional domain. And all of these domains are interconnected. So if just one of them is feeling totally empty or drained, it affects everything. Since it's all connected, it affects all of your areas of life. If you are drained emotionally, it's going to affect your physical body, which maybe you're tired. Mentally, it'll affect you, say you lose your ability to focus. Emotionally, it'll continue to make you more reactive. And spiritually, you might start to feel this lack of connection or a lack of meaning or purpose. Hi, my fellow truth seekers. I just wanted to pop in very quickly and let you know that my email list is begging for you to join it. This little insider exclusive club is for you if you're dying to know what I'm going to launch next, and if you want early access and special discounts. You can join today at the link in my Instagram bio at madison.palika. All right, back to the episode. So this is what I want you to do in order to hit the refresh. First, take some deep breaths. I want you to breathe more deeply and more slowly than you're used to. Maybe 4 or 5 seconds in and 4 or 5 seconds out. Try to make your inhale and exhale even. From here, I want you to focus your attention on your heart. Just imagine your breath flowing in and out through your heart. And the third and final step is that I want you to consciously recreate a positive emotion. So the easiest way to do this for me is to think of someone or something that I love. So for example, I often will think of a beautiful sunset, something that just made me feel so much gratitude and awe. Or I'll think of my RIP pet cat Kiki that I just loved more than anything in the world. So start to bring in those emotions and let it fill your whole body while you continue to breathe evenly and deeply. What this does is start to purposely recreate those positive hormones that'll combat the hormones and chemicals that make you foggy or tired or anxious or all of the negative things. So before I end this episode, I just want you to ask yourself, how full is my inner battery? Do I feel totally charged, or do I feel like I'm basically running on empty? Second, I want you to ask yourself, how can I commit to recharging? Now, I've actually started doing something on my own because I noticed that I wasn't performing at my best. And so I decided to retake my own course. So I'm currently taking From Stress to Your Best, and I have committed to something that I'm calling the hashtag Recharge Challenge, which is any time that I plug my phone in, I remember that if my phone needs more battery, then I probably need more battery too. So every time I plug my phone in, I'm committing to doing this very breathing practice that I just shared with you. So if you do this too, if you want to join in, do the Recharge Challenge. And when you do it, post it to your Instagram story and tag me so that we can start a little community. The last question I want you to ask yourself is, what is my ability like to bounce back? How quickly can I bounce back? Do I have lingering negative emotions? Or am I able to kind of just forgive, forget, and move on? And I want you to be honest with yourself. So that's it for this episode. I'm thinking about reopening From Stress to Your Best for everybody, just because I'm taking it for myself, and honestly, it is blowing my mind. And I even made it. I already know what's inside of it, but it's really teaching me so much about myself. So that's it for this episode. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of The Final Wake Up. I hope this episode sparked a flame in you to march forward in your journey for truth, health, happiness, and meaning. If you want to dive even deeper down the rabbit hole, go to my Instagram at madison.polika. There I have so many highlights dedicated to spreading even more information and value. You can also join the club with my email list, linked in my bio, to stay up to date on all the latest news, sales, and new offerings. Or if you want to talk to me personally, please send me a DM. I would love to hear from you. If you love this episode, please subscribe, rate, and leave an amazing review. Bonus points if you share this to your story and write what you learned. Tag me in it so that I can connect and see how this has actually helped you. If you know somebody who would really appreciate this, or somebody who desperately needs to hear what I talked about in this episode, please send this to them. Together, we can bring light to this world full of confusion and help people thrive. Thank you, and see you next time.